Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Got another box of pennies here to go through, and it looks like we have a bunch of shotgun rolls. The last couple boxes of nickels that I've done, the last few rolls of shotgun rolls have been extremely productive with the 99.9% nickel bullion coins. So hopefully that transitions to the pennies as well. We get a decent box here. But we are getting into the last couple of weeks of the Canadian pennies availability. So I also have these two boxes to do as well. And I noticed in one of the faces there you can see a American wheat penny. So hopefully these boxes turn out to be fairly decent as well. But again, I'll show just the results for this box here. I'll sort through these and be back in a bit. Alright, just made it through that first box there, and we ended up with 902 Canadian copper pennies in total, which works out to be 36.08%. So not too bad, a little bit lower than our typical 40%. But I'll just show you guys the breakdown by years. As always, we'll start with the 1982 to 1996 Canadian copper pennies, which we had 507 in total. Next were the 1980 and 1981 Canadian copper pennies, and we had 69. We also had quite a few of these 1953 to 1979 Canadian copper pennies. There were 246. And lastly, all the pre-1982 American copper pennies, in total there were 80. We also did really well on some of the more rare coins. It seemed like this box had a little bit of everything, so I'll show you guys these ones as well. To start with the Canadian King George VI, we had 5. The first one there is a 1943. We also had a 1945, a 1950, a 1951, and a 1952. And these three from the 1950s are in really nice condition, so that's nice as well. So 5 total King George VI Canadian pennies. There are also 5 American wheat pennies. We have a 1945, a 1950D, a 1953, a 1954D, and a 1956 with a D mint mark as well. Staying with the American pennies, we had one 2009, and we also had, as we usually do, a bunch of 1982 American pennies, which of course we usually weigh to make sure which ones are copper and which ones are zinc. And as a number of posters have commented in our past videos, you can just drop these on the table or just flick them in the air with your finger and listen to the sound to figure out which ones are copper and which ones are zinc. But I'm too paranoid of making a mistake and letting a zinc American penny into the copper hoard, so I like to weigh them just to give a little bit added accuracy and make sure that the copper ones are definitely copper. We also had another dime. This was a Canadian dime from 1980. We also had 2 British pennies. At least I believe that they're British. The one on the left is a 1 penny piece, and this one on the right is a half penny, which is pretty cool. I don't believe that we've had too many half pennies in the past. So a couple of foreign coins there. And we were really lucky enough in this box to get a King George V Canadian penny. I believe it's been something like 15 months since we had one, so that's really great, especially as the Canadian penny is phased out in the coming weeks. And this one is from 1931. That's very cool, and I'll just turn it around so you guys can see what the King George V portrait looks like if you've never seen it. And I'll get in close there. So that's very cool. Really happy to get another one of these. I believe in total now we only have 6 of them. So if we can get as many as possible in the next couple of weeks, that would be great to try to build up the total amount of King George V pennies. But that's it for this box. Like I said, it seemed like we had a little bit of everything. In total, there were, again, 902 Canadian copper pennies. But again, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated, guys. I'll do my best to reply to some of the past comments as well. That's it for now. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next video.